as Mohit said, books have the power to transform you. And my journey towards Odissi dance started from one such book called Odissi, the Dance Divine by Padma Shri Guru Ranjana Kauhar. Adjudged the best book in the art book category by Federation of Indian Publishers, this book actually provides a chronological survey of the form and style of this beautiful dance, and this is what has inspired me to learn this rare art form. I'd like to share a few excerpts of the book with you today, and it goes something like this. So Odissi is one of the 8 classical dances in India, and that's yours truly in the full Odissi costume. Thank you so much. Thank you. The earliest mention of this classical art is found in the Natya Shastra, written by Bharat Muni in 2nd century AD. After a glorious tradition spanning several centuries in the temples of Orissa, Odissi dance suffered many setbacks due to several attacks by the Mughals. Though the revival began very late, somewhere around Indian independence in the year 1947, Odissi dance as we see it today is the result of relentless efforts made by tireless young dancers and scholars of Orissa, to whom we are eternally grateful. Odissi is particularly known for its distinctive Tribhanga, which is the 3 bent pose, as you can see here, and the torso movements. It is characterized by percussive footwork, stylized facial expressions, and codified hand gestures. For the purpose of demonstration, I would like to share just a few hand gestures with you so you get a flavor of this beautiful dance. Pataka Hasta, which is this, is used at the beginning and the end of the dance. It represents Indra's flagstaff, and it's a sign of victory. We use this when we say I am, you are. We use it to denote a forest, wave, and there are 50 iterations of this one mudra in this dance form. Similarly, Tripataka is a flag with a 3-finger pose. Here the 3rd finger is bent at the middle joint. It is used to represent a tree, a lamp, an arrow, and many more. Like this, there are many more hand gestures. So there's Mushti, which is a fist, Kataka Mukha, which is used for picking flowers, Shikhara, which is a peak summit used to show the Shivalinga, Kapita, which is for bird, and many, many more. This sophisticated dance vocabulary consisting of movements, gestures, and expressions are used to interpret the music, convey stories, characters, and emotions related to Hindu mythology. I will pause here as we have limited time, but I hope this has given you a small flavor of this rich and beautiful dance.